it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. It's your boy Dakota Griswold of Gamers, Nerds, and Geeks United. Welcome back to Yesterday Today. This, of course, is the show where I bring you the biggest news that you may have missed from yesterday today. So before I get into it, I want to say this. Some of you may have noticed that I haven't been posting my podcast in the last week or so. And I do want to say, if you have listened to it, thank you, first of all. And second, I want to say that I won't be recording the podcast for some time because I want to do some restructuring and I want to be able to give it some time so I can really build upon it and really see where I'm going with it. And it's also, a bit of a scheduling issue for me right now, but you will get to Yesterday Today, Monday to Friday, guaranteed. And with that out of the way, let's get right into it. Got some appetizers for you. First of all, Microsoft has a game on the Nintendo Switch, and it knocked down a Nintendo game. Down on the charts. Animal Crossing is now number 2, and staying at number 1 is Minecraft Dungeons. Now, let's not underestimate the beast that Minecraft is. And honestly, if you release anything with the Minecraft name, selling as much as it has, well, it's probably bound to sell. This Minecraft Dungeons is a Diablo kind of like Minecraft game, and I haven't played it as of yet, and I do plan on checking it out. But on the Nintendo Switch, where meanwhile you got it on Game Pass and played it for free-ish, but people decided they still wanted to buy it. I think the game is only like $30, so it's not really that much, but maybe $40. But like I said once before, Minecraft is a beast, and you just really shouldn't underestimate it. And I think that's awesome. Minecraft, it still has relevance, and Animal Crossing was on top for 3 months. 3 months. Something was bound to knock it in. Maybe I was thinking maybe Mario next month. Nah, Minecraft. Wow. Moving on. So, of course, we know who Justin Wong is, a legendary Evo champion, a big name in the fighting community. Well, he decided that, I done got the championships and everything like that in Evo, so now it's time to maybe go into speed running. Yeah, he broke, how many? He broke 7 new world records in just a week, and that's insane. This just proves that his dedication to gaming and competition, and he just won't let gaming beat him. He's beating people, now he's going to beat records. He's not letting things, and that's very, very impressive. He's used some of his notable teams, and he's beaten Street Fighter 3 and everything like that. It's just been a number and a plethora of different games, and he's just still going. And he actually has a couple videos posted, and I'll post the link. And it is NFSW, not safe for work, but he definitely has some stuff posted as well. And with the next piece of the appetizer, I want to say that Cyberpunk 2077, the Xbox console that recently came out, CD Projekt Red seems to be the studio that keeps on giving. They basically put a UV light. They ask you to shine a UV light on a certain portion of the console, and it shows in many different languages that they're saying thank you. And honestly, when a studio puts in that type of detail, I absolutely love it. That lets you know, I can't wait to play Cyberpunk 2077. I played The Witcher. I thought it was pretty good, but it just didn't stick with me. I played Witcher 2 and 3. Didn't really stick with me, but I thought they were really great games. I love the show, absolutely. And they said there's going to be many more seasons because they want to do all 700 side quests. But honestly, I can't wait for Cyberpunk 2077 to come out because I really hope it hits like Witcher, maybe even bigger, because think about it. If Netflix picks up a cyberpunk sci-fi TV series that's not a show of their own, why not? It'll be a big deal. I think it'll honestly be bigger than Altered Carbon, and I love Altered Carbon. I watched it, the second season, I think, dropped right around COVID-19, when COVID-19 started, and I watched that, and I just barreled through both seasons, and I absolutely loved it. So I can only imagine with a Netflix budget if we got a Cyberpunk 2077 series, but that's thinking way ahead. The game is still set to release in September this year, September 17th, and I'm really excited. And I really just think CD Projekt Red, they just keep doing their thing with just little small innuendos, and I just can't wait to see. I don't usually like these open world games, these games where you can get so distracted, but I feel like, first of all, it's a first-person shooter, and that just really says it enough. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be super repetitive. I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing with some of the side quests here in this cyberpunk utopia. But it's just awesome, awesome, awesome. Moving on, there's a bundle for racial justice and equality at itch.io. You'll get 740 works for a minimum donation of $5. Some of those games include Oxenfree, Overland, Art Squall, forgive my poor pronunciation if I haven't gotten it right, Wide Ocean Big Jacket, Quadrilateral Cowboy, Gunhouse, and Fortune $4.99. Now this is awesome. 740 games basically for $5. Of course, I would definitely love if you donated way more, but you're getting so many games. I definitely see no L's taken here. Nothing. Absolutely. 740 games for $5 at minimum. Even if you donated 20, 30, there is no L. 740 games. Even if you only liked 100 games, you're still getting them for a minimum of $5. And it's going to a really great cause for Black Lives Matter, racial justice, and all things and that like. So that's awesome cause, and I absolutely love it. So let's move on to the meat and potatoes of the story. And it appears that in Australia, EB Games is finally giving refunds for Fallout 76. 2 years later, after Fallout 76 has come out, and they've been releasing DLCs and expansion packs, and because Fallout 76, it set the world on fire, but in a very bad way. People weren't happy about it. There's a video of a guy having a meltdown in a store, tearing up the whole store because he couldn't get a refund because he opened it. And people have the right to be upset about a game that they paid full price for, and it's just nothing really what they liked for it to be. I want to say it like this. If the game is just whack or you can't play it, no. If the game is nothing to expectations, or it just feels incomplete, yes, people should absolutely get a refund. The guy shouldn't have destroyed the store because, what win was that? Because, basically somebody just got to clean up the store and you're making it hard for the next guy. The guy that told you couldn't get a refund, he's just doing his job. So why are you upset? But they're giving refunds in Australia. And honestly, give people more refunds. I don't know if people still want refunds because I haven't really been paying attention to it as much. But what I did notice is that they definitely keep updating it. They keep trying it. There's officially NPCs in there and more. So honestly, I feel like eventually the fact that they keep updating this, it'll eventually get to the point of maybe Final Fantasy Online, the Final Fantasy 14 is right now, and how Destiny is. It's going to be one of those big games eventually, but they have a lot of updates to go. But honestly, kudos to Bethesda for sticking with it. They made a bold move, and it was pretty crappy at first, but they moved on, and hey, it looks like it's being cool, but people still getting refunds in Australia, so kudos to y'all. Y'all can get your money back, but hopefully you don't regret it in the end and having to buy it again after a few more updates. This game might really be something worth having. Moving on to the next story, and it appears that, it's another rumor, but it appears that Bloodborne might actually be coming to both PS5 and PC in the remastered form. Given the fact that it hasn't been on PC, it's just gonna get a PS5 build, I guess. I don't think they're gonna call it remastered, but because, you can always bump the graphics up. That's just how PC works. But there's been a known person, Casey Explosion on Twitter. She said, "Hey, new followers. So about that Bloodborne PC port, you would have been hearing about it today anyway, because as far as I understand it, it was due to be announced at the now delayed PS5 event that was scheduled for today." So this happened a few days ago, and that would be really awesome. The Bloodborne is a Soulsborne game that's probably a little bit less difficult, but it's still pretty difficult. I played it for myself, and it just wasn't for me. I'm gonna be honest, I can't stick with these Soulsborne games. The Souls-like games is just honestly not for me. I think they're very good. I just don't have the patience. So, but honestly, giving some more Bloodborne, people wanted more Bloodborne anyway. In fact, I really do believe, because I've heard it a lot, that people really want a Bloodborne sequel. So maybe this is the step in the doorway in the right direction to, maybe get that sequel. So they're going to see how much this sells, and they're going to probably ramp up production, because I do believe possibly out there that Bloodborne 2 is in very early stages, I should say, but people love this game, and it's a very loud audience. People love Soulsborne games, so I definitely think that this is a possibility here. Now, moving on to the next story. Now, remember when we heard about The Last of Us getting a TV show on HBO? Well, the pilot episode has landed a director. His name is Craig Mazin, and he directed Chernobyl. He actually created Chernobyl on HBO. I haven't seen it, but it did seem pretty cool. I'm going to go back and check that out so I can see some of this guy's work. So to what to look forward to, my favorite video game of all time. And they said they're actually going to follow the story of the game. And honestly, if they followed it word for word and scene for scene, it would still be amazing. Even for someone like me who has played the game more than once, who absolutely loved the game and loved the story and knows basically what's gonna happen, it would be great to actually see it happen with actual actors and stuff like that. Honestly, maybe get Troy Baker actually be in the show. That would be awesome, but they didn't cast anybody yet. But look, at least it's moving forward, because you know a lot of stuff gets into developmental hell, but HBO seems to be doing their thing and throwing money around. They're actually getting ready to maybe give money for the Snyder Cut for for Justice League, which was a terrible movie. We all can agree, but you know the Snyder Cut is officially happening, and they're gonna probably be doing some reshoots. And they said they're gonna toss some money in, I do believe, to do a Snyder Cut. But The Last of Us, we don't have Game of Thrones, and we need that next. Besides Watchmen, we need that next big show. And honestly, with just the first game alone, we could actually get 1, 2, maybe 3 seasons out of it, depending on the way they stretch it. But honestly, I'm excited for this because I can't wait to see it, because this is definitely an HBO thing. Moving on to the next story, and this is actually funny. This has been some year in 2020. Leaks happening, Last of Us, big major story stuff being leaked. We actually saw a Prince of Persia game that was in early development and got canceled, but now, remember when we heard about Dead Island 2 coming out and we saw the guy in California jogging, and basically people are getting bit and turning into zombies behind him? Well, some gameplay leaked, some early gameplay leaked, and the game basically went back into development. It's been basically in developmental hell since, at least from when we know, is 2015, and probably earlier than that, before they announced it in 2014. But it actually leaked, and it looks kind of animated, cartoony. It looks really between Dead Island and Dead Island. I forgot what it was called. That the game that was like a third-person one, and it was more animated. And it looked like it's between that. It looks like it's slightly cel-shaded, but it actually still looks very reminiscent. First person, of course. It still looks very reminiscent to the first one, and it looks okay. It's an early build. You really can't judge it. You can tell what kind of the direction they were headed in, but they actually moved it on to another studio since then, and this looks fine. They probably could have added more, and if they had released it around this time, it probably would have did good. I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. I thought it was okay. I was more of a Dying Light fan. Dying Light was a lot more extreme, but this game looks cool. And given the fact that they've taken another 5 years or so since we've really heard anything, we heard that it's still in development, but hopefully they've used this 5 years or so to actually attach, to really just make it a lot greater and make it a lot better, because I do believe from the same people, we got Dying Light 2, and that's been delayed indefinitely. So I'm wondering where this stands right now. And hey, at least we know that they were actively working on it and they actually tried it. And now I wanna hit you guys with the last story. I've been excited since they announced that Tony Hawk 1 and 2 Remastered is coming out on my birthday, of course. But now they are going to be releasing a documentary later this year. I don't really see a specified date, but they're going to be giving us a documentary about all of the games, all of the Tony Hawk games, and how it inspired people and how it came about and all of that. And I just think that's great. I'm not even really into the skateboarding culture, but back in the day, I was a big fan of the games. And when September 4th comes, I'm definitely going to be playing the game, and I'll probably get pulled right back in, and I'll probably take a look at that documentary, and it's going to be widespread, maybe on DVD, 4K. We'll see how good it is, and I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to play the game. But lads and ladettes, thank you so much for watching. This has been a long video, and hopefully you stuck all the way through, and if you did, thank you so much. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this Dead Island leak, or just leaks in general in 2020. And Justin Wong just randomly in a whole week breaking speedrun records. This is in Minecraft, really. Minecraft just pushing a Nintendo game down on the charts on a Nintendo platform. That's That's crazy to say. Microsoft is holding it down. They're actually winning. If you really don't believe that, you know, Game Pass is doing pretty well. But lads and ladders, if you like this video, please hit the like. And if not, it's cool. Hit the dislike. Please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when your boy is posting. Thank you so much for watching. Lads and ladettes, this video is finito.